Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody's doing fantastic today. It's Monday, and it is another episode of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. If you are just tuning in and you're trying to figure out what exactly is See You in the Morning, it is my horrible idea to get up every morning somewhere in the area of 7:15. It's never exactly 7:15. It's somewhere in that area. I'm not Wheel of Fortune. Price is Right. I try to get as close to 7:15 without going over as possible, but sometimes I go over, and it happens. But it is me just getting up here and talking about way too much that's going on in my life, but way too much of my business out there in the streets. That's what I end up doing. But thank you for tuning in, man. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you have tuned in before and you found it not robbery to tune in again, thank you. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate it, but I also question your decision making. I mean, I really, really appreciate it, but I also wonder what's wrong with you. You're a little bit off. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get the show started. If you've never watched, first thing I do on this show is I go ahead and I speak to people. If I ain't sleep with you, I speak with you. So I'm going to go ahead and start that off, man. And the first three people that speak to me on the show, they get the M&Ms. The mythical metals. Bronze, silver, gold. They get those. So I'm going to go ahead and get those out this morning. Winning the bronze medal, the third person to speak to me this morning is Wilberta Carter. Good morning, Wilberta. Getting an M&M, the silver M&M is M&M, Michelle McKinnon. Good morning. And, of course, the gold medal winner today, Crystal Tasty Pinnell. So you got Crystal with the gold, Michelle M&M with the silver, Wilberta with the bronze. Also here is 2-0 MECIA, however you want to call it, Tamika Tomesia. She wins right there, bringing home nothing, but she's here. Marche Trouble Copeland, good morning. Shannon is here. Crystal Sex Appeal. Franita is here today. Princess is here. Rosetta Stone is in here. Yvette's here. Chanel. My man Denzel, he just dancing this morning. All right, do what you gotta do, brother. There's nothing wrong with a man dancing, even though I have heard some rumors. We're gonna talk about it. I'm glad you gave me that emoji there, Denzel. That's what we'll start our talks with. Ida Seaborn, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My girl Jennifer's in the building. Courtney. Chanel's here. Melba's in the building. Now, Denzel says I'm logging off. There's no reason to have on all that gear on this morning after winning the Loser Bowl. Yes, there is. And I'm going to tell you why. I have no idea when we'll win another game. No idea when we'll win another game. And so I'm broncoed out today because we actually won a game, and we came back and won the game. So I'm with it. I am wearing it. They tried to wear me down yesterday. They tried to make my day terrible because the Cowboys ended up winning, but I didn't even let that get to me. I didn't even let the Cowboys winning affect my good mood. We won a game. And you can say what you want to say about how we won. We won. Now, the orange hat just happens to go with the Broncos somewhat, but this is a Norfolk Tides hat. Got to give them shout out because they won they're the national AAA champions. They won that game in Las Vegas, so shout outs to them. So there you go. Good morning, Lisa. I have a date with Lisa. Good morning. So now I noticed you put something up, Denzel, and I know it may have just been fun. You may have just seen the thing, and you just was like, "I'm gonna go ahead and start the dancing emoji." But I noticed something. Men generally don't dance. There's a certain negative connotation to a man dancing. I don't know why men aren't allowed to dance. Why men? I've seen dancing happen. I've seen a lot of women dance, and women seem to. There seems to be a liberation, a freedom of sorts in dancing. I'm not a huge dancer. I mean, well, if I do dance, then I am a huge dancer because I'm a huge person. So that will make me a huge dancer. But men don't seem to have the freedom to be allowed to dance. Denzel said I was vibing, I wasn't dancing. See, Denzel already was like, I won't dancing. He threw his hands up quickly. No. Don't get it mistaken. I wasn't dancing at all. No, don't put that on me. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Why can't men dance? Tan said it's sexy if a man dances. But most of us don't know how to get to the point where we dancing sexy. There's two things, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. You got to really be a good dancer as a man in order to even dance. There's no in between point. And then if you're too good of a dancer, then they start worrying about your sexuality. If you're too fluid with your moves, you're Leroy from Fame. You got there's only two levels. It's Michael Jackson, Leroy from Fame. I guess people accept Chris Brown as a dancer. But everybody, we can't I can't just go to the club and be all on my elbow sliding across the floor. That's just too much. I got some very close friends of mine that are very, very, very clear when they state men are not allowed to line dance. They said it's a no-no. Men, you can't get out there and line dance. They're like, it is a no-no in the word. Women, how do you feel? I got a lot of ladies in here. Ladies, how do y'all feel about men dancing? If you go out to men just need to do the James Brown. That's it. If you go out somewhere, ladies, you at a wedding reception, you at a club, a party, a fancy get together, and it's a dude that's on the dance floor all night. How do you feel about it? Because dancing can take you to some places that you don't need to be. Sometimes the music make you move in ways that you shouldn't move. Should all men's dances be stiff? What if there's hip movement? Ladies, you see a guy on the dance floor and there's some hip movement. How do you feel? Does it come down to what song he's dancing to? What are the rules for men dancing? Women can dance to anything. Good morning, Dolores. Good morning, my rule. It's mine, not your rule. It's my rule. I need the ladies to clear this up. Men can cha-cha slide, but a brother doing the wobble, and see, the wobble to me is liberating. It's a fun dance. I think that there's a lot of different line dances out there. If y'all not familiar with all of them, I happen to know a line dance expert. And she keeps me up to date on the dances. I don't do them, but she's always telling me these dances, this dance. I think the wobble's great. I think there's the Jerusalema. That song there, that's great. Jerusalema. And then you just kind of tap your feet, but then there is a part where you dip. And see, I think the dip is where it goes wrong for a man. Should a man's hips be dipping? I'm looking. Pastor Shy Pastor Shy, what I know to be a man's man in all the right ways. Not like a man. He's not a man's man because that would make him gay. Like he's just a strong. Oh, that's my guy. He always keeps it 100 with me on manliness. Are we able to go in and dance? Can men can do the biker shuffle? Because that's a strong song. Do the biker shuffle. I mean, that sounds like a song for men. Because men should be bikers. But Alice said men can't do. Now Tamika said, the Chris Brown says, if you can dance, you can hump. Because there's a rhythm to both, right? There's a rhythm to both. There's a rhythm to, and see that's my biggest fear as a man of virginity. Pastor Shy said, what kind of dancing are we talking about? I'm just logging in. I think break dancing was the last real man's dance. Break dancing was for men. In fact, I didn't even want to see a woman break dancing. Break dancing was for men and men alone. If you are a woman break dancer, there's something wrong. You are throwing off the natural balance of life. And I think that's what line dancers were created for. There's a lot of questions. You got when men doing ballet, it seems wrong. Now I know that Herschel Walker took ballet to work on his balance. Vitaly Lomachenko, the great boxer, he took ballet as a kid. Same thing, working on his footwork, his agility. But generally speaking, no. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you all. I was a physical education major in college. My major required we take line dancing and modern dance. We went under the direction of the wonderful, the iconic Miss Inez Howard. And I got in a lot of trouble in that class because I didn't buy the tights. You were supposed to wear tights to class every day, and that's where I drew the line. Pastor Shaw said, I'm sticking with a good old side to side. That's all you can get. Same old two steps. I don't think men should dance. We should just move our hips a little. No, not our hips. I'm sorry. I said hips. Our feet. Our feet. Good morning. The men need to control their hip movements, but dance your hearts out. See, that's the thing. I think that's an oxymoron, Lynette. I think that's an oxymoron. You can't tell a man to dance his heart out while still controlling his hips. I think when you get into and that's the problem. You get into the music and you're gone. When you start dancing, you there. When the wobble comes on and that big girl begins to back it up, you're there. I think that's what throws the song off. I think you're going good. I think a guy can get into the song good. Wobble, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby. And you can get in there. Yeah. But what happens is when they be like, yo, big girl, back it up. Now we got issues. Now Rosetta's asking, can I still dance? I still understand the essence of dance. Again, Inez Howard, she taught me how to waltz. I was a debutante escort. I was in a debutante ball. I had to learn how to waltz. I can still waltz with the best of them. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's the count. 1, 2, 3 in a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. That's the count. I will never forget that count. For the waltz, I can waltz my hind parts off. Give me an opportunity to waltz. I'm waltzing. These boots are made for waltzing. And that's just what I'll do. Modern dance, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not too familiar with all the stuff in the modern dance, but I can still square dance. Somebody with listen, I can do, tag my partner. Listen, square dancing is just white line dancing. Now we get on our Mayo brothers and sisters and about their lack of rhythm. but they can line dance with the best of them. You go to a country event and let them start line dancing, or you let them go ahead and get a good square dance going, they are on it. We just need to do the kid and play, is what Al said. This is, I seen men line dance. Personally, all these line dances aren't for men. The deep hip twirls of men get the side eyes for me. We're not allowed to give you a deep. We're not allowed to give a deep hip. So it's the hips. The hips. So what I guess the great Negro poet Shakira was right when she said the hips don't lie. If you're a man and you move your hips, we got issues. Now Elvis was known as a hip mover. Elvis was known as a hip mover. Elvis moved his hips. I think the first dance with your daughter is fine at a wedding. You take your first dance with your daughter, that's fine. Or a son dancing with his mom at his wedding. I think those are fine. Touchdown dances, I mean, those are okay. But I don't think you should just generally be dancing. I just don't. I don't understand male strippers. I don't know if they dance or what. Like, ladies, y'all gonna have to clue me in on this. I've never been. That's another thing I think. Again, I tell y'all, being a man, like, ladies, y'all don't understand how difficult it is just to operate as men. We talked about friendships on the show last week and how male friendships and women friendships are different and things they can do. Women get to do anything. Women can go to a strip club and it's seen as perfectly fine. Women can go to a strip club with women and it's seen as perfectly fine. If your girl or your girlfriend and girlfriend be like, girl, let's go down to the strip club. It's gonna be a time. And they go down there to the strip club, they encourage the strippers with monetary motivation. They have a good time. Like, it's okay. And nobody would think twice of it. Nobody think twice of some women going to see a women strip. If some fellas be like, hey man, let's go see Thunder from Down Under. Man, I wish I would. I wish one of my boys would. Hey man, them Australian strippers is here, man. You wanna go? Hey, bro, I've never seen Magic Mike, and I won't see it. Hey, bro, you wanna go see Magic Mike? What? I will stab one of my boys in the neck. If one of my boys come and ask me to go see some male strippers, I'm taking that as a suicide note. I'm saying he's asking to die. And I don't see what male strippers do. Y'all, ladies, y'all gonna have to let me know. Are they in there dancing? Or they just throwing their meat around? I don't know. I don't know what the talent level is of male strippers. Are they literally dancing? I'm gonna tell y'all who I hate. And I know hate is a strong word, but it's what I feel. I can't stand the grooving gorilla. I can't stand him. I can't stand him. He's a giant man that just walks around dancing in restaurants for food and just it's horrible to me. I can't stand it. He to me, he is all that is wrong with dance. If y'all don't know who the grooving gorilla is, let me share. First of all, you call yourself a gorilla. But let me go ahead and share with y'all the grooving gorilla really quick and why he annoys me more than anything in the world. This right here, why? And he just does this all over the place. He just be going places doing all this. This is what he do every time he goes somewhere. Everywhere he go, you get him a bite of food and he gonna do all of this. You get him one bite of food and he gonna do the baby in the background even knows it's wrong. Look at the baby. The baby is like, I'm embarrassed for black people and the culture. It's ridiculous. But they just keep letting that man go. I don't understand why he's being allowed to even live. Let's see, we got another video. Here's another video of him. All this over a chicken wing. Look at bro in the background. Bro in the background ain't for it. Why is pants so tight? Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Did we see what was happening? All that over a chicken wing. I think that's too much. I don't think men should dance. I think there's a very fine line on what men can do as far as dancing. The same old two-step, dancing with their mother or daughter, and forced dancing with their wife. Fellas, if you dancing with your wife, you should look uncomfortable. All the other men in the room should know that you don't want to be there. We should be able to lock eyes, fellas, and know that you ain't want to be there. If you dance with her because she likes to dance, it's okay, but you should look like you're not enjoying it. Other guys in the room will be looking for your face to show he don't want to be there. And your hips got to remain stiff. Your hips got to remain stiff at all times. Brandon says, I think men can and should dance. Now, when a man really cuts loose on the dance floor, you see his inner essence, real swag. Maybe that's the problem. But again, I love to see it. So the dance is going to bring out who you really are. I think Brandon said, and Brandy has been a long time friend of mine. Brandy knew me when I was skinny. She says a man's real essence comes out when he starts dancing. You got one time to throw your hand in the air, sir. You got one hand. When that hand go up, we know what it really is. We know what's really, really happening. Your true self comes out in the dance. You got one hip roll. Now I'm gonna be honest with you all. I think I've done the wobble many times. It's one of the line dances I know very well. I think the electric slide is passable because I think the electric slide has just enough manliness. You know, if you're doing the electric slide right and you get the right level of foot kick, if you got to kick your foot up in the air. As a man, you got to really get into it. You really got to kick your foot up in that air. You got to get that foot up there on that turn. Matter of fact, you should probably come with a full leg swing. When you get ready to turn it out on the electric slide, your legs should come all the way back and kick all the way through. Voila! All the way up and back through. I don't think I ever used to line dance. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be honest with you because he's here. My good friend Alonzo McCartney is here. I didn't use a line dance at all until Alonzo's wedding. My friend Alonzo got married to his beautiful wife, and there was a period of time where the groomsmen and the bridesmaids each had a performance dance they had to do at the reception. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I took that personally. We had rehearsals. We rehearsed hours upon hours upon hours to make sure that we were gonna be right for that dance. The dedication that the groomsmen put in for that dance, the wobble was brand new then. It hadn't been out for a while. None of us knew it. We had to bring in some experts, some teachers. We brought Debbie Gibson, Debbie Allen in. And Debbie Allen worked with us. We worked hard. And I think it was okay. It was all right. It led to other line dances. I think the electric slide, I think is fine. I think anybody can do it. The song tells you can do it. It's electric. Now, there is some debate about that song being about a woman's boy toy. But beyond that, we're good. So we're allowed the men, we got to keep ourselves out of the dance. It's not for us. Dancing is not for men. I just feel like if you're a good dancer, you sit down every time you pee. Brandy says, I think the dance floor should be a no judgment zone. But however, that's all you're going to get on the dance floor. You're going to get judgment, especially when it comes to line dancing. Line dancing, here's how line dances go. This is how the hierarchy of line dancing should be. The strongest line dancers get the front and middle of the line dance. Front and middle of wherever the line dance starts should be, good morning, Stephanie, should be your strongest line dancers, without question. It's nothing worse than getting somebody who doesn't know the dance, who's up front or in the middle, because you throw everybody off. You don't know when to turn. You don't know when to, you are terrible, right? The front and middle is for our advanced dancers. Advanced line dancers should be front and center. Everybody else should be standing over to the side. If you don't know the dance, don't get on the floor. You get your little special section right where you are, and you work it out right where you are, right at your table or on the edge of the dance floor. You can sit, watch, and try to get it. I see it all the time. You see people counting. Okay, left, right, 1, 2, 3, 7, 4, turn, spin. That's your area. Don't you walk out there and get in that middle of that flow. Get to the back or to the sides, so you don't mess everybody up. Now, here's my other pet peeve. If you are an advanced level line dancer, I don't need you to be in with the rest of us. Here's my thing. I've seen the wobble. If y'all know the wobble, it's big girl, back it up, it's simple. People have now come up with variations of the wobble. You're not spinning out like everybody else. That person that does that two spins back, you will kill a novice. You done made their whole brain explode. They over there watching, trying to learn to dance. Everybody doing one thing. You done did all this. No, you messed it up for everybody. You ultra grooving on parts. You not just cha-cha. You doing all kinds. Stop it. Save that for home. Save that for when you go to an advanced line class dance. That's not for a wedding reception. That's for parties and parties alone. There's too many people in here trying to learn it. If you know the Tamia dance, just know that most of the world hates you. Most of the world hates you. See, and James, James, here you come. Here you come right here, James. Here you come. Now, James, you throwing in gifted and talented dancers. Nobody likes them. Nobody likes the gifted and talented people. You come over here in the slow class with the rest of us. Dumb your dance down. I need you to dumb down your dance. DDD. Dumb down dance. Now, James, you gone James, you going to places that we can't even discuss. We don't even have the time to talk about the proper way to exercise. Men shouldn't be in Zumba classes. Men, let me just tell you, men in Zumba classes, and Zoe, I don't know if your wife is watching. I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble. But men, we shouldn't be in the Zumba classes. We don't have no business in the mixed fit classes. Man, you need to be doing man exercise. I'll be the first to go ahead and admit now. I love watching a good Zumba cast. Look at Marcus. Marcus is coming in. Zumba's for weight loss. Lawrence is sick of line dances, period. Zumba's for weight loss, but it's not for us. Don't be the guy in the Zumba class. It's nothing in there for you to do. That's way too much hip movement. There is nothing about Zumba that's for man. You got to be tough to do mixed fit. I ain't lying to you, but stay out of there, fellas. Stay out of there. Stay out of there, fellas. I'm gonna tell you right now, fellas. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I hate to say this to you, but if you walk out of that man, if I come to the gym and I see them letting out of the Zumba class, if I see you coming out of there, sir, I'm gonna immediately think you're Aunt Charles. If I see you, sir, walk out that Zumba class, if I see you walk out that mixed fit class, I'm not doing it. That I'm telling you now, I'm gonna think you Mrs. Doubtfire. If you walk out of that Zumba class, fellas, okay, I can't do it. You lose so many man points. And you might get slim as all get out, but you lose a lot of man points. Now, James, I will tell you this. I used to go to One Life Fitness Center, and One Life used to have Zumba classes right in front of the elliptical machine. They would leave the door open so that because Zumba brings out a funk in women that I didn't know happened. There's a smell in that room. I didn't know a group of women could smell so putrid. But Zumba brings that smell out of a woman. And so they would leave the doors open to aerate the gym while the women were doing Zumba. I would get on the elliptical because I got a view of the Zumba. That right there, Zumba class is a strip club without you spending the money. I'd get right there on that elliptical and watch. Now, I've always had problems with the elliptical because I don't think the elliptical is a man's exercise machine. Too much cheek movement. You on that elliptical, man, both of your cheeks is moving. Your cheeks are moving on that elliptical. You can feel your cheeks move. You be like, hey, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. But I would risk it all to watch them do Zumba. Man, let me tell you something. Fellas, watching Zumba is okay. Doing Zumba, just don't let me find out you're doing it. Just don't let me find out you're doing Zumba. Today's been great, man. I don't know how there's some times when I realize how talented I am. I talk 30 minutes about men line dancing. Not everybody can do that. That's not something they can do it. Marcus is clearly way more in fitness than everybody. I know the elliptical is a great workout machine. I don't like the way my cheeks move. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I know it's supposed to be good on the knees, better on the knees than the thing, but it's just my cheeks. I just feel like I'm sexy, you know? Not what I'm doing. Workout, you're not supposed to feel sexy. You're supposed to get in that workout and feel dirty, like you're getting big. But you had that thing, your cheeks, like the movement. No, see, look at that. Look, I just thought about. In order to do elliptical, I had to flex both cheeks to make myself move. I didn't like it. I don't like it. Get me off that elliptical. Get me off the elliptical. I'm gonna go lift some weights, pump some iron, because I'm a man. I don't need cardio. I'm a man. A man. Lawrence says Zumba is the players club. You are exactly right. 100% right. I'm getting ready to get out of here, man. I had a fantastic. No, I didn't. I had a horrible weekend, but but it was fantastic nonetheless. I was able to drive down to North Carolina to pick my daughter up on Friday, bring her home, which is always fun. It's always good for me to see my daughter. She's in college now. She ain't thinking about her daddy, so to go down there and pick her up was great. Brought her back home. The occasion was not the occasion that I wanted to bring her home for. I took her back yesterday. I waited too late to take her back. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I made a horrible man decision. I waited too late to take my daughter back. I waited till late in the evening to take her back to school. And so I had to drive down and I drove back. The drive down is fine because you're still mid-evening energy. When that mid-evening, it turned into early morning energy driving back in the dark. According, you're gonna be blocked. Turning to early morning energy coming on the block. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I pulled over at a Wawa at a gas station, pulled into pump 12, and took a nap. I pulled into pump 12 and just went to sleep right on pump 12. Set an alarm when I woke up. I went in and got some gas so they couldn't say I was loitering. Went into pump 12, took a nap. So that was me. I was a little tired on the road, but I made it back in. I do have to. I posted it on my page. Thank everybody. Man, 58 in the dark is the worst. 58 in the dark is the worst. That thing is terrible. It mesmerizes you to sleep. It's so dark. And then they got these hills, and it's like being in a grown up rocker or something. That joint just like go to sleep. Like it's crazy. And then in order to get from if y'all not familiar with 58 to 85, in order to get to 85, you got to drive so far that you feel lost. Like I've driven that route numerous times. I know how to get there, but I always get on a point where I'm on 58 and I be like, man, I think I'm lost. I think I'm lost. I think I went too far. I put on my GPS and it'll be like, yeah, 5 minutes till you're at 85. I'll be like, oh, okay. I had no idea. I was completely confused. So I did that. I did do an acknowledgement on my page. A lot of y'all were praying for me and my family. In the loss of my cousin. So we had his funeral on Saturday. So I gotta give some public acknowledgments to the Mount Portsmouth because they opened their church up. Let us have the church. Don't go to the church. Don't attend. I mean, I go to the Chesapeake one, but I don't go to Portsmouth. But the pastor was like, "Hey man, anything that we can do, we can facilitate and help." So they let us have a funeral there. So thank you to them. The Yvonne Ray Funeral Services, man, they just did a fantastic job. He's just a fantastic funeral director. He's a young guy doing funerals. You don't see that often, but that's what he does as a funeral director. So he brings a young people swag to funerals. A lot of people forget the first three letters of funeral are FUN. And so a lot of people don't put the fun in funerals, but he does that. He does it real classy, like so. Yvonne Ray Funeral Services. I was gonna say if you die, choose him, but you're not gonna be able to make the choice. So go ahead and let your family and friends know early. Hey man, if I leave out of here, send me to Yvonne Ray because he's gonna take care of me. So that was good. A lot of my Eastern Star sisters came out and and helped serve. So I really appreciate that. That was fantastic. Yeah. I did big shout out to my man Slater Johnson. And so I don't know what Slater was doing. I knew so he's a funeral professional. He sings at funerals. He's a funeral professional. The problem is I told him we weren't gonna pay him per tier. And I don't know if that's what he thought he was gonna do. So he sang tiers that really tugged on he sang songs that really tugged on the heartstrings. And I was like, you're not getting extra for making my auntie cry. That's not what's gonna happen. So you were trying to get the weeping that endure for a night. We're not gonna pay you extra for that. But he did a great job. And then I got up there and I stumbled through the eulogy. I did the best that I could. eulogizing. I'm tired of eulogies. I'm tired of doing them. I don't know how pastors do them. But I threw some words together and tried to make it work the best that I could. And yeah. And so now I'm at this point now where up until then I was working and doing stuff for the funeral, so I wasn't able to like focus on what actually happened and all that stuff. Now that that's over, now I'm on the other side of it. Now I'm kind of dealing with what's happened and dealing with the grief. So that's been kind of hard, but I'll get through it. Sometimes it's okay for it to be hard. That's what the ladies tell me. Sometimes it's okay to be hard. So I'm doing that. Thank you, Javonda. Javonda said I delivered a wonderful eulogy. So I don't know. I didn't get to hear it. I didn't get to hear it, so I don't know. But I do thank everybody that blessed, that prayed and supported and whatever you did. Whatever you did behind the scenes, man, people still have been sending me text messages saying if I'm okay, all kinds of great stuff, man. I really definitely appreciate that, man, from the bottom of my heart. And get it. Angela, your chapter was out there, but one day I was looking for you. I'm just playing. I know you probably had something Norcom to do that day because y'all is going crazy right now with the Norcom stuff. It's really disgusting. All right, I'm out, man. I'm getting ready to go. It's Monday, man. I usually give you some kind of Monday motivation, letting y'all know that if we can get through our Monday is our week starter. If we can go ahead and master money, the rest of the week has nothing to do but to bow down, man. So just know, man, listen, no matter what you're going through, no matter what's happening in your life, man, let's just take today and just take a few moments to smile. I want you to smile so much that it makes some people uncomfortable. Like, smile to the point where people think you up to something. Even when things are going on, man, if you even notice, man, even when babies take a poop, they go ahead and start smiling. That's how you know babies is pooping a lot of time. They start smiling. So even when you going through some put a smile on your face. It'll change the way that you look at your day. It'll change everything. I'm all for it. You should be too. Matter of fact, I'm going to go in the bathroom right now and see if I can make myself smile. That's what I'm going to go do. Y'all smile y'all way through it. Even if you going through put a smile on your face. It'll change everything that you got going on your day. Willie the Creek don't rise. I'll be back here again on tomorrow. Have another fantastic day. Love y'all, man. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Clayton Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Clayton Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started